Hey guys, what is going on? This is Ip of RageQuitTV. Gonna be casting a game between Dignitas.Sjow and Liquid TLO. It is a TVZ on Tal'Darim altar. And according to TLPD, it has a 45% win rate for the Terran player out of about 200 games. So it's slightly Zerg favored, but no big imbalances whatsoever. 200 is a pretty decent sample size, and 45% is a very good number. Since both players are spawning at the top location and TLO is sending his overlord in the correct direction, he will be scouting Sjow around 3 minutes and 30 seconds and 4 minutes into this game. And if you haven't heard of Sjow or haven't heard his name recently, he was a big name in 2010 and early 2011. Over his SC2 career, he has earned around $45,000. Not too bad. TLO has earned around 10,000 and looks like he is doing the extractor trick, getting a 10 overlord out. Maybe just built an extra drone. You did see those drones kind of fumble around. I don't know what he was doing, but not a big deal. 10 overlord is just about as good as a 9 overlord. It's better in terms of larva, slightly worse in terms of econ. And by slightly worse, I mean you'll have like 5 less minerals at the 4-minute mark or something crazy like that. TLO's next step should be taking a 15 or 16 hatch, and we'll see exactly what Sjow's doing. Does plop down that 13 gas. Oddly enough, though, he is not walling off with his barracks, and when I see players do this, I just normally assume they're putting on a lot of aggression. I saw DDE do this a lot when he opened up with like 2x and stuff, because he didn't really have to wall off. He had so many units at his opponent's front door, well, they couldn't just go in to attack his base. We'll see what Sjow does. And Sjow right now getting another gas. I don't know why. Maybe he's going to be going into a Banshee type play. That is a very early second gas. His barracks is going to be going for a tech lab. So it looks like he is going to be doing some type of a Reaper fast expand. He could go like Hellion Marauder, but I don't know why you'd get that second gas. Only reason I can think of getting that second gas is to get a really, really fast starport to go into some type of Banshee type build. We do have an SCV scout for Sjow, and that is very good because he can build a bunker right here. If he gets that up with his Reaper, oh man, can he do a lot of damage, but that SCV is just going away. So it looks like Sjow not going to take a note from Goody and try to do a bunker rush with Reapers. If you get the bunker up, it's pretty much lights out for that one hatch. You cannot kill a bunker with the Reaper and it cost efficiently. You do have TLO backing off his overlord. Sees just the one gas, so he doesn't know about the Reaper, doesn't know about the second gas, and that overlord didn't really go far enough to see the command center, so he doesn't even see the SCVs going in here. So right now, all he knows is Sjow is on one gas. That Reaper is coming by, and the drone is going to intercept it, so TLO will be knowing about the Reaper. And we'll see how he does react. He doesn't know where that SCV is. He's probably assuming the SCV is off somewhere building a bunker, because 9 times out of 10 on Tal'Darim altar, when there's a Reaper out, there's going to be a bunker at the natural, because it's so easy to build a bunker back here and then use the Reaper to protect the SCV while it builds the bunker, then get it in the bunker. I don't really know a good way for the Zerg to defend it. TLO, you can see putting creep tumors down here. Just expand the creep all the way back here. He does not want a bunk come up. That queen looking all around. She's a little bit confused. TLO's like, wait, where's the bunker? You built a Reaper. It's Tal'Darim altar. Where is the bunker? He does have his overlord pushed on the high ground, but it doesn't scout anything. He knows about the Reaper. He should know TLO doesn't really have any... he should know Sjow doesn't have any anti-air. So the overlord is free to just go in and check the scout, and because of that, he doesn't see the medevac. And why does he have a tech lab on this factory? I don't know what Sjow's doing. He is going for medevac and does have a tech lab on the factory, so it looks like he is going to be lifting those Reapers in the medevac to do something. A Hellion does sneak by to scout what TLO is up to. And the Hellion going to be going all around. This Queen's trying to chase. The Hellion does have 1 kill so far, trying to get whatever he can. But TLO does defend that very well. The Queen's still trying to chase this Hellion out, and it does get taken out by the Spine Crawler. But these Reapers don't really need a medevac. They could just go up here and jump up and go on the high ground that way. TLO with this one overlord does scout the medevac, even though he hasn't scouted any of the tech. And Sjow gonna be doing some type of tank drop. Did that Hellion scout the Roach one? No, it died after because TLO threw up the Roach one soon as he saw the medevac. So Sjow doing some type of super sick meta game right now, saying, you know what? You're gonna see my medevac. You're gonna get roaches to deal with like Reapers and Hellions dropping in your base. So I'm gonna get the unit that counters roaches, which is a tank. And I'm gonna drop and do a lot of damage. I guess that's what Sjow is thinking. It really is taking me by surprise. Gonna be dropping Marine, 3 Reapers, and a tank. This is one of the oddest harassments I have ever seen. Siege mode about 10 seconds away from completion. That Queen looks like she will be going down. But he still has 3 more Queens, and there's only 2 hatches, so TLO not really taking any real big losses. Another Queen is going down. Transfuse keeps that second one alive. Lings are coming in. 1 Reaper does fall. The medevac goes down, and that is going to be lights out for all these units. TLO microing that 1 Queen back. 2 Reapers going to hop down. He does keep these alive. His natural just now halfway done. It's just now. It's still at a decent timing, I guess. 8:30 is not super late. 26 SCVs, 240 drones. His harassment hasn't really dealt too much damage. A total of 7 drone kills. I think he killed a scouting worker with the Reaper, like around here. He killed 1 Hellion, so I think that drop did about 5 workers of damage. TLO definitely sitting a good spot. Does have 4 roaches. And now 42 drones, or 43 drones to 28 SCVs. TLO is getting a lair, and I think he should just go into Muta play. Mainly because he knows Sjow, he has really not built Marines. Like, at all. He's got a lot of Reapers out. He's lost the 1 Marine he's really built. I mean, his anti-air is going to be really low doing the style he's doing. So Mutas would be such a good call, I think, for TLO. Because Sjow would definitely be contained to his base. That lair now just finishing. Drop is coming with a Reaper and a few Marines, or 2 Reapers. TLO goes back to that spine call of the Queen. Gonna try to take out that medevac. While Roaches take out the Reapers and Marines. And Sjow doesn't get a single loss there, picking everything up and going away. Going in that worker kills, it's still 7, so that did not favor anyone really. Well, maybe it favored Sjow a little bit because TLO did lose mining time. Not putting any drones back on that gas, so he is making a slight mistake. Sjow gonna be taking out an Overlord. 69 supply to 83 supply, not a huge difference. The workers 34 to 51. TLO is going up on his 3rd base. And Sjow getting quite a few tanks out. I'm pretty sure the next move is going to be Sjow taking out all these creep timbers, sieging up down here, and taking out the natural because it is Tal'Darim Altar. TVZ, that's just what happens here. That 1 Queen could be going down. The Roaches do come back. She is being microed, and it looks like TLO does save that Queen, and 3 drones do go down, but Sjow losing a lot. He keeps losing his Marines. His Marine count is at 7. TLO, though, going for an infestation pit. And about 50 seconds later than this, the Spire would be finishing, and he would be getting Mutas out. So the Mutas would be coming out around in Show's base around 12:30. So Sjow would have maybe 6 more Marines at most. No, he's only got a base with attack lab. He'd have like 3 more Marines at 12:50. So he'd have a total of 12, 14 Marines to deal with 8 or 9 Mutas. So those Mutas would do so much damage. Sjow does have a lot of medevacs to heal from that stim, but TLO would have absolute map control. Could be probably do a double expand and go up on like 6 bases. TLO with some very nice Roach micro, keeping these 2 alive, pulling them back. I really don't know why TLO is going for Infestor play, knowing that Sjow doesn't really have any anti-air. We do have these Roaches coming in. Sjow will target those injured Roaches down and go up in his medevac, taking out 2 Roaches for like 1 of those Marines. Very nicely done. And TLO does have his 3rd base up, going for his 4th base, but he is going for that Infestor tech, and I really am shocked to see that. I thought that Mutas could easily just outpower these Marines. So Sjow going to be taking the scan, taking out all these tumors, as I did say, and is going to siege up in this area. It is so common. This natural is going to have a very hard time staying alive. And Sjow may be beneficial to do another scan, take out more creep tumors. just to make sure that TLO's units are as slow as possible. This extractor does go down. Roaches coming. Those Marines do go down. No roaches do fall. Burrow now just finishing, so he can burrow up, heal these roaches up, and try to trade Marines. Trade Marines for as few roaches as possible until he can take out this force. But it looks like TLO wants to take this out right now, but doesn't have any Zerglings, so I don't think it's going to be effective. Roaches don't do that well against this many tanks when they're this spread out. There goes Infested, so TLO is going to be going in. Splits up his roaches to get as big concave as possible, but he's going in. Those roaches not going in melee range to those tanks, so those tanks just doing so much damage to those roaches, and that's why I said Zerglings would be a nice call, and it looks like Zhou even targeted down those roaches individually, as you saw those infested Terrans alive. And now TLO losing a few roaches for taking out one tank. I don't know if that was worth it or not. He is getting Zerglings out right now. This natural is under siege and now slowly losing the life. 20 drone kills thus far, but TLO ahead. Oh, it's actually tied right now. TLO looks like he may be going in for the counterattack or just stop reinforcements for coming, so he can eventually go for that surround and take the entire force out. There he goes, killing the reinforcements, gets 2 Marines, and should burrow these roaches go back to full health before he wants to engage. There he goes, gonna burrow those roaches up. TLO is gonna get a Fung Growth off on Zhou's Marine. Doesn't have another fungal though, and the medvac does lift up and gets those Marines out to safety. And does Zhou know about this base? Yes, he does, and it looks like he is going to be doing a drop to start taking this base out. And we do have TLO with the surround and takes out that whole mech force. Sorry I missed it. I was looking at the drop, but TLO with the marvelous play does surround, take that out, and at the same time is going to be taking out this one extractor. And this is what Zhou has to do. The whole point for bioplay is to keep Zerg on as few gases as possible. Of course, it is to keep Zerg on as few bases as possible, but if you take out bases, they're low on gas as well, and that's just how the game works. And the reason gas they want to take out so good, because think about it. What can Zerg build that isn't like gas intensive that does well against a Marine tank? Nothing. Without gas, you can't build mutas, you can't build infestors, you can't build banelings. Take out the gas, just win the game. That's how it works. So, Zhou gonna be trying to limit TLO to as few gases as possible. And lowering these units is a mistake. Looks like it was just queued up. Lost a few Marines there. Zhou trying to take his third base, but there is creep over there. It's 142 supply, and Zhou just killed a lot of Overlords somewhere, it looks like. Huh. There goes TLO building a lot more Overlords. I don't know how long he was supply capped for, but he was just supply capped. I don't know where those Overlords did die. That's a little bit odd. We do have one Overlord almost went down, but didn't. Zhou going to be trying to take this area yet again, take out the natural as TLO is trying to get it up. Taking out natural does eliminate 2 gases. Infestors do come in, gets a nice Fung Growth off on those Marines, but Zhou has 10 medevacs, so those Marines do get healed up almost instantly. And TLO going to be going in for that surround again, or maybe a counterattack. He has a lot of roaches. Does have 40 lings out as well. He is getting a hive relatively early, and that's what that infestor play is good for. And now the roaches going to be coming in to take out this bunker. They have enough to just one volley it, and Zhou's SCVs are in trouble. And so many SCVs will be going down here. That kill count just skyrocketing up to 27, 28. Those lings coming in, but that may be a mistake because the Marines aren't dying. There's so many medevacs that the Marines, and oh my god, that was a full health infestor. Doesn't get a single Fung Growth off, and all these Overlords, all the humanity. But it looks like they may be getting away. They do have that Overlord speed upgrade. But Zhou is taking them out. TLO not retreating them. Zhou is going to get the stim and pick off 9 Overlords. That is 74 supply. Oh no, 81 supply. 9 Overlords is 81, I believe. Each one giving. No, I don't know. How many supply does each Overlord give? That is a brain fart I have right now, but taking off even more Overlords. just ignoring this one. I don't know if he saw that. We do have TLO going in for another counterattack, but he did kill 35 SCVs there. 27 SCVs, 266 drones. So all TLO has to do, what's the army look like? 61 supply, 295. He does have Burrow, does have a Baneley's Nest, so he can just sacrifice this base. Sacrifice this is fine. What TLO has to do, just delay show. He's ahead by so many workers. There was an infestor that did just go down there. But if he just burrows Banelings throughout here in the path, burrow a few here, delay show from attacking TLO. That would be so good, but it looks like TLO going to be going in for the counterattack when he doesn't need to do this. And is Show going to be pulling back? I don't know. There's plenty of Marines here. There are 2 Banelings. That speed is so close from finishing, but it doesn't look like it matters. Show sees those Banelings late, and that does get a big hit off on all those Marines. Allows these roaches to come in, but TLO doesn't have to do this just because he is at like 57 workers to 18 workers. He just has to delay Show. Show is going to go in for a base trade, and trying to base trade a Terran player is like trying to drown Aquaman. It just isn't going to happen, especially when TLO doesn't have any like tech to take out buildings that float. I mean, if Show takes out all of TLO's hatches and TLO can't rebuild a hatch, then all Show has to do is lift up one building, go in the corner of the map, and stalemate. Trying to base trade a Terran player normally doesn't work, and there we go. Show lifting up all of his bases. He does have bird banelings here. The scan does go down, but it's out of range of all the bird banelings. And this is going to be so nice for TLO. Show just going to be slow pushing his way in here, it looks like. And TLO takes out, Show takes out one baneling. And he is over top of a few, but it's all going to come down to those banelings. When is TLO going to explode them? More in fact, when is Show going to walk over top? There goes a few, but TLO decides he is going to keep those hidden just a little bit longer. A lot of units coming. The Fung Growth does go down those Marines, and going to try to take out this. Trying to just power his way through. 2 tanks do remain, and oh my god, those banelings don't explode. All these Marines could have died, and that would have been like game over. Fung Growth does go down on these, so these Marines are going to die either way. Banelings on board, go for the tank, and the last Baneling takes out 2 tanks. TLO getting really lucky there. He is going to be sacrificing this base. Looks like Show lifted up this base, and went all the way over here. TLO, though, going to lose his natural. Show has so many medevacs. Oh my god, 14 medevacs. That is a lot. But Show not mining. TLO, though, just barely mining. The supply and the army supply, it looks about even. TLO has 19 roaches, which are not going to do too well when there's this many medevacs, unless they can just one volley Marines. That's what TLO has to do. His DPS has to out-DPS these medevacs, and it's pretty hard to do. Well, maybe against Marines it's not, but against Marauders, it would be like game over. If Show builds like a tech lab, gets a few Marauders, because roaches are not going to be able to kill the Marauder with 14 medevacs healing them. That's probably not going to happen. 14 medevacs is a lot of healing. They can out-heal a fungal growth relatively easily. These Marines are going to come and just look at the HP. Boom! All up from that stem. That was like... That's 16, 19. That was like 190 damage healed. TLO, though, is burrowing Banelings up close to Show. Show probably could see those Banelings burrow, but did he pay attention? Scan does go down and take out those 2 bird roaches. And now these Marines going to be coming down here. Keep in mind, there are 2 bird Banelings. That tank is coming down, but the tank is going to get one volleyed. And a fungal growth probably will be going off. No, he's saving it. 2 Marines do come to take off this infestor, but fungal growth does go down. Lots of Marines coming up. These Banelings could unburrow. And there he goes, taking out, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, around 9 Marines. And that is a huge win for TLO right there. Bird Banelings helping TLO so much. Show, well, I said Show wasn't mining. He was mining off of this one base, it looks like, possibly, with mules. Roaches are going to be coming in here. Do get the burrow up to heal back up. And this is pretty good for Show. These roaches actually good in a base trade scenario. So, right now, what he's doing is filling the ocean with oil, trying to drown Aquaman. It is hard to do. Another bird Baneling takes out a lot of Marines. So maybe he will do just that. We do have Sjow, though, with a handful of Marines. He'll get to clean up this one hatch. And with this hatch goes TLO's mining as his base is mined out. Sjow does have a few command centers. This Overlord is chasing the command center. TLO does have a hive, does have a spire, can build a Mutalisk, so he can deal with the building just floating off into no man's land. We do have that one Marine just poking at those roaches. The roaches do decide to burrow. There is one infester. And forcing Sjow to use scans right now is good. I mean, he has 18 SCVs, and those SCVs actually are mining right here. But TLO, not mining. And building this hatchery may be a big mistake. He needs to get at least one Muta out, just in case the building lifts up. We do have a lot of infestors coming here. Gonna fungal growth the middle line and take out quite a few SCVs. Looks like almost everyone. Going in the wood count, it is now at 11. Wush shows SCVs out. There are 2 Lings here attacking this one command center, so that will be falling down. Scan does go down. These infestors do fall. That is not good for TLO. And Sjow looks like he may actually have this game. TLO, is he going to be able to drown Aquaman? That's the question. Does get a nice fungal growth off on these Marines. But watch this. Watch all the medevacs. Yeah, insta-heal. But oh my god, the medevacs. One more fungal growth will kill them all. But the infestors don't have the energy. Oh my god, Sjow needs to repair these medevacs. He absolutely has to. They're all so close to being fungal. If the medevacs do go down, that's like all of Show's army. Roaches do unburrow. If that was one infestor, he got a fungal growth off. That would have been very bad. Those Marines do walk over that Baneling, and fungal growth does go off. And those Lings do take out those Marines relatively easily. But he has more supply in medevacs than army. So, taking out all these medevacs essentially does have Show's army. That's how strong that would be. I don't know what happened to this command center. It looks like Sjow did not lift it up. Mistake from him. Baneling's burning just behind the middle line. TLO holding on. He is mining. So that is good. I still really would love if he just got one unit to kill air units. Sjow gonna have to lift up his production yet again. Tank is coming out, and that tank is gonna take out one roach. Infestor is coming. Does have plenty of energy. Goes right underneath that tank. Just in case the tank can kill off all these units, he will throw off a lot of infestors to clean up the tank, but the tank will be falling to those Lings and roaches, and all the medevacs are coming back, but Sjow not repairing them. Oh no! Infestor is burrowed. Medevacs clumped up. And Shjow's army right now, 46. There's that infestor. Every medevac is clumped up. He has to get that. There's even more infestor. Oh, no, that's a roach. My bad. There we go. Goes up. Infestor dies, but you know what? Boom! All those medevacs do go down, and that is so good for TLO right now. There's a birdling, and Shjow's like, yeah, I don't want to waste a scan. So he's just going to build a missile to take out that Ling eventually. Overlord is going to be going down for TLO. TLO is at 76 supply. Does have this base mining well. But still no anti-air, like no flying unit. One Crypto or one Muta TLO, that is all I asked. But now it's looking more and more like he has this game in the bag. And those SCVs gonna kill the infestor. Oh man, now they go back to mining. Which one is the hero? Here he goes. That is the hero SCV there, charging at the infestor to take it out. TLO is going to be coming in here with Lings, infestors, and roaches, and this will most likely end the game. But TLO did walk a very fine line, not getting a single air unit out. And I will explain that after the game. And nice fungal growth, stopping a lot of units from getting inside that bunker, but Sjow, get in, get in, get in, get in! He does get in, and he's going to be trying to hold on for all he is worth. It is 25 drones to 12 SCVs. Sjow does have the 2 mules. TLO, though, going on his second base. Sjow has a bird Baneling right here. Gonna try to... I mean, TLO has a bird baneling right here and is going to try to bait Show to go here with his infestors and everything, because if Show walks over this, the baneling does explode. His Marines go bye-bye. TLO taking out that supply depot. Well, it may do something. Does supply cap Show, force him to build another one. Will stop the SCV count temporarily. He does have barracks up, so it does stop all his units from building just ever so slightly. Does have 3 more supply depots, so before a production cycle really ends, does get it back up, so not a big deal. Big Fong Growth does go down there. Kills Marines and SCVs possibly with that. I wasn't really paying too much attention. 0 kills, 0 kills, 5 kills. I don't think that was the one though. I think it was this one that did it. So didn't really kill anything, but he is just trying to bait Show over this baneling. And there's only like 5 Marines left for Show. 13 Marines. Plenty of them somewhere. TLO now can abuse the low ground with his infested Terrans. And 1 Roach does go down. 95 supply though, 250 supply. Show is holding on, but how long can he do this? It is 20 SCVs though, 226 drones with his mules. It may be okay, but he's building just Marines against these infestors. And I really do not like that, as infestors do beat Marines pretty well. Fong Growth's going down, killing quite a few. Roaches want to try to kill Marines, but they just don't have the range. Infestor is coming back, and now Marines are coming. There's a bird baneling. Those roaches were in range of that missile, and oh, that baneling did not go off. Show is going to lift up, and I don't know. And man, those banelings are literally just outside the range of that missile turret, so I don't see Show skiing. It looks like he wants to do a drop and take out the econ of TLO. He just has to take out this 3rd base, and that will force TLO to long distance mine. Does come here, knows there's no base, no minerals, but infestors come, gets Fong Growths off, and that is going to be lights out for these Marines. Has enough to chain Fong Growth this and take it out, it looks like. 1 more fungal. There it goes. So there goes 16 Marines and 2 medevacs. Does take Show's number down by quite a lot. 49 supply to 115. It is looking grim for Show now. So, while I have time, I guess, what I was talking about before about TLO walking a very fine line. If this went up and Show sniped it, and TLO didn't have enough money to build another hatch, that would have been game over. Pretty much game over. He could have long distance mined and got something, but Show, I mean, all he had to do is lift 1 building up, go in the corner, and if he took out all of TLO's bases, then TLO would never be able to get an air unit and prevent the stalemate from happening. That's kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. We do have infested Terrans and roaches coming in. Planetary Fortress is pretty good, but again, TLO 117 supply, Show at 53 supply. 2 infestors do go down, but Show really just building Marines. TLO is getting that greater spot to go Broodlord Infestor. And Broodlord Infestor, when you have over double your opponent's supply, may be a little bit overkill. But you know what? Show, he has inflicted great economic damage on TLO. He doesn't know just how far behind he is. And I think the moment that really sealed the deal for this game was that 1 fungal growth right here on those 2 medevacs, taking out 16 Marines, 2 medevacs, 20 supply. Pretty much halving Show's army size. That was so ridiculously big. TLO gonna be coming in, does have the greatest spot. These corruptors will morph into Broodlords. Does have pretty much everything he needs to kill Show at this point. And this 1 tank has been what has been stopping TLO from killing Show. So now the Broodlords are gonna come out, and that 1 tank is gonna be like, oh man, I can't do anything against that. And yeah. That's about it. Don't know what else there is to say in this game. TLO does have these Broodlords coming in, and we'll see if Show can possibly hold on any longer. Broodlord's gonna come. And now, bye-bye tank, and now Show, TLO, can just run in and A-move at this point. There's nothing that TLO can do, Show can do to win this game. 2 Banelings are burrowed. Mules are coming down, but these Broodlords can easily just take this, and if TLO ever went down the ramp, there were burrowed Banelings. Those Roaches are a little bit scared for some reason. All those Marines do go down. Fong Growths go down on these, and TLO just going to be A-moving relatively shortly. 68 supply to 128 supply. Fong Growth goes down on absolutely everything, and now Show, lights out, buddy. Very good game in the middle of that. Did drag on just a little bit, and by just a little bit, I mean, oh my god, did it drag on. But we will be going into ST2 gears and looking at the beginning of that game, because looking at the end of that game may not be too good. It's really hard to use ST2 gears when it comes down to situations where neither player is mining. But during Show's unique drops and all that type of stuff, it could be interesting to take a look. So right now I am pulling it up. So we'll go over into SE2 gears. Yes, you're looking at that, and we're looking for Show's game. So right off the bat, we see we see big gaps. I don't think players really ever hit 200 supply this game, but we see all these big gaps where no units are being built by Show. And that is during the base trading most likely. TLO somehow managed to always build some unit, and that is pretty impressive. I guess around here he didn't, but that's his still droning up period. Going over into the APM, we do have TLO, Macro APM 62, Micro APM 170, Show, Macro APM 35, Micro APM 99. So yes, he is a relatively slow player, but his redundancy, only 19%, so every click does matter. TLO's redundancy is 31%. Overall APM for Show, 135, TLO at 233. And what else can we really look at? Injecting. TLO, late game, that is abysmal. It is 46 seconds up to pretty much the drop. I guess he was, let's see, what is he at? 10.6, not bad. Drop stuff happens. He goes to 22.8. I mean, he should have queens in this area. He kind of just didn't really recover right away. So that drop doing a little bit of extended damage. I think maybe this is when, let's see. Before I go talk about it, where are we? Let's just overlay map view. What is going on at this point? So I don't know what's going on there. Let's see, 12, 16 minutes. This is around 16 minutes in the game. 15, that's close as I can get dragging it. So yeah, during this put, TLO's inject does fall. We'll see if it only falls on the natural. Let's see how much it falls on the other bases. So before this is a natural hedge right here. This is his third. So there's something I can click. Yeah, right here. So it's already doing that. That's saves. That is awesome. I don't. This by default wasn't checked. It's calculate unit time marker, and if without it checked, you see everything goes. Doesn't matter where I click. You do see the average inject gap is staying the same. You click this, inject gaps do start changing everywhere. So this is where that kind of cute little push happened, I think. Let's see, what was happening right here? Is this what actually happened? This is 10 minutes in the game. That would mean it is around 13. He should have all his queens here. Yeah. So this is where it starts falling. And that looks like what Sjow is setting up. But, oh wow, I wasn't in the game all that time. Thankfully, I wasn't really showing too much. But we do see Sjow moving out at 13 minutes, which is around 10 minutes in this thing. So, right here, 10 minutes. We're pretty much at the same spot in the game. So Sjow's starting to move out. TLO's injects now starting to slack, at least just on his natural. And then his queen does fall. And his inject gapped on every other hatch. At least his third falls quite a bit. So his third right now, 9.4, no, that's his natural. Third right now, 33 seconds. Goes to 48 seconds, so during that whole push, TLO really let his inject slip. No big deal there. But, the main thing I want to see is that first engagement.
Research complete.
So, okay. During this engagement, let's go slower. It really looked like those tanks were force targeting, so let me double check it's on the right screen. There it is. Yes, it is. Well, in normal mode, I have the tanks highlighted. And there we go. Sjow does set up the target fire on his tanks. On just these two tanks, actually. You can see them. Would have meta click this roach, because this one would be hit that way, but still good to target fire the roaches and not the infested tanners, because they will kill themselves eventually. And then is TLO doing too much? I don't think he's really doing target firing. Just kind of manly spreading out his units. Sjow, is he still changing it up? Looks like yes, he is changing it up just a little bit. Having this one tank did kill this one roach, but this one now attacking the roach in the middle, so these do get hit. Sjow doing a marvelous job right here. And then also this one tank force targeting with this one. These tanks in the back not really doing it. And now we do have this tank still attacking the roach in the middle. The roach in the middle. Roach in the middle does die. Does he change it up? Doesn't look like it. Give it another second. Anything? So it looks like he did stop force targeting units right there. But still, pretty nice job. You can see Sjow does actually use Siege Tank Micro, and that helps so much. And you always want to try to click the units in the middle. Helps. So, hope you enjoyed that game. Sorry it kind of dragged on. Nothing I can really do to stop that. I mean, they are replays. I can't tell a player to get out. It's over. And of course, I wouldn't do that anyways. Take care, guys, and I will see ya tomorrow.